And welcome guys to another video. Now today's video is going to be kind of a little bit of cleanup and stuff like that, because I think I finally decided on a very good way of doing our build objects. You know, when we go to build towers and things like that, as you can see, I've refactored quite a few things, and you probably have noticed the red highlight on the button down below. This is our new way that we're going to select and do things. Now, I made it in our building code where we can pretty much paint turrets down, because having it done on each click was kind of, it was okay. You could still do it. Painting isn't exactly great. It brings down our FPS because it's doing so much work, on that click. So we may have to find a better way of doing that. Now, most of our stuff all works the same, and you probably noticed this next to it, little tab, Working Center. This is going to be my next little project. It doesn't do anything yet, but I've got the buttons here and stuff to select, which we may end up taking this bar here and making buttons down here to select between different kinds of stuff. I mean, towers, the rockets, the cool stuff. But this, where the placement of the buttons really wasn't too hard to manipulate and things. The problem that I had was when I was sitting here spamming on this buy button right here. When we buy something, this is still procedurally done and things, and it's kind of ucky, but it works good, so why not? And I've tweaked around the AI a little. Notice they stop a little and then they start back up again. That's because we're going through a cycle and things. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but the building code in itself on how we're going to do these buttons is pretty much, I think, pretty much done. I don't think I'm going to change it at all. So before we go and quit this and things, we should look at the panel. Now, in our canvas, and then we got build, we have new stuff. Okay, you see this job right here? This is actually a scriptable object. Okay, I moved it over to a scriptable object. It's a certain type and things, and the reason why is going to be explained to you, which, in all honesty, I probably should explain it now. Okay, so, when we go into our build buttons and everything, we have these buttons here. We manufacture them, stuff like that, and then we bundle them into the asset bundle. Well, we got to ask ourselves, what kind of stuff does this actually need to do? Now, mostly all we needed it to do was push a game object and a cost object over to our scripts, right? And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty the whole talk about it. So, in all honesty, what do we need it to do? Well, we don't need it just to do this, okay? Or do we? So, let's delete that old code. We've got this icon. That's for a different thing. That's for stupid logic code that just for a highlight. It really doesn't interest me at all. Okay, but to get the highlight effect may be cool, but it's just placeholder for now. I'll show you guys probably in another video on how I did it, and it's super simple. It'll probably be like less than 10 minutes, okay? But this job thing right here is going to take the consuming amount of time, okay? because we have to go through how to make scriptable objects and all that good stuff. So this is a push object, okay? Push object has one specific job, do job, okay? We just call this specific function and that's it. That's all this does. So really, whatever this push job is, if we override this in like child classes or something, then we can have it do different jobs. So this becomes kind of a base layer item, right? So do jobs, okay, we do jobs, get cost, and that's pretty much it. I mean, wow, that's nothing, right? And it's a scriptable object, so we can go from the inspector and just drag over different scriptable objects in there. Way cool, right? And we don't need this crap. Boom, there we go. And that's pretty much it. That's awesome, right? So what can we actually do with this? Well, do job is overwritable, okay? And it's a scriptable object. So if we extend push object, we can overwrite this function right here to do something else. So let's say do job maybe add some money, right? Or maybe push our push build thingy over to the building script and set values instead. Well, if you were thinking that, then you got it right, because that's exactly what one of the scripts do. Okay, so let's pull up Unity again, and here we go. We've got a scriptable object, job1, okay, and we got two variables here, tower and a cost object. And this is a scriptable object. It's an asset, okay? So it's like pre-compiled for this stuff, which you can, do an editor script to make one of these. It's very, very simple. All you do is go up here to the asset thing, go to building, and build type job1. Okay, and what this does is in our main thing, it will make a job object. And you can delete it and stuff like that. Okay, it's an asset. Sweet, right? So, if we look at this again, okay, job. Okay, so we've got this script right here. Alright, let's take a look at the script, okay? And the script is just do job, right? And it goes building data dot push to build, which I'm not going to go over how to push to build and stuff like that because it's in the other video, and it's completely pointless for me to sit here and explain the script to you again, okay? It just is. It's pointless. Okay? I mean, you can see the other video and do all that cool stuff, right? We don't need this. Okay? And that's pretty much it, right? I mean, there's nothing else to it. So, job 1. Okay. So, job 1 is there. So what could we actually do to make this a little cooler? This is a push object, so all we got to do is inherit from push object, okay? Yeah. So let's say we want to make another one. Well, that would be perfectly sweet, right? So all we have to do is inherit and make another one. Or you don't have to inherit and stuff like that to make a new one of the asset. All you have to do is like copy and paste. And I'll show you. Is back in Unity. Okay, if you wanted another thing like this. Okay, you see this job 2? Guess what? Control D. Duplicate, and you can just change the variables from here. Now you're like, well, when it comes to these buttons, guess what? They only want you to fill these variables out, right? So you can go in here and go job 2, job 3, job 1. And that's it. That's it. That's all you have to do. And because this scriptable object is like a script, but asset-wise, the do job will do whatever you want, okay, initially. But we've targeted this scriptable object to just do one specific thing. We can initially make like a frack ton of different things, okay? We could do this research or a building or anything, okay? This is very, very flexible, and it's inspector friendly, which a lot of people are wanting to be inspector friendly. Now, I'm not going to say there's an argument with being inspector friendly or there's a disadvantage or an advantage. It doesn't matter to me because I could care less if it's hard-coded in or if it's user-friendly in the inspector where you can just change variables in the inspector and all that. It doesn't matter to me because ultimately in the end I'll probably have to write some code anyway, and you know, sometimes it's not very flexible how people have built things, and they've got stuff like over here to here and here, and you know, one function call calls like 6 different scripts and yada yada. No. It's a rat's nest. I don't like it. I'll just build the thing myself, right? And that's what a lot of it is. That's one reason why I do the tutorials, to make you guys learn this is what you can do, and it would be kind of cool if you would just write your own stuff, you know, but use the ideas in this video to expand your own horizon, okay? And that's pretty much how I look at things. Now, I'm not going to say that that's the most perfect, logical way of anything, but in reality, you should really think about, you know, learn the stuff, learn the content, okay? So, we've looked at the scriptable object and what it does, right? Well, the next thing is going to be very, 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 very important. Important as the stuffing that's in your turkey on Thanksgiving, because it makes it all good. Alright, so the next script is UI Builder. Okay, this is a very simple script. You're not going to get a headache by doing this. This gives you the menu up here. Okay, it's that simple. So let's take a look at this script. UI Builder, and we don't need that stuff. Actually, we do. Oh, no. We don't. Okay, so this is the script to make the job assets. Very simple and everything, okay? This must be in an editor folder and spelled correctly, okay? It has to be spelled exactly the way you've seen it. Okay, let's go back in here because this is very important. I do not want you guys to mess up in stuff because of stuff, okay? See this text right here? We are going to go and we are going to change it, and we are going to go new text. No, not that one. Upgrade window. Okay, here we go. And we're going to make this bigger and best fit. Okay, you have to spell it exactly this way. Okay, capital E, lowercase D-I-T-O-R. Exactly that way. Okay? If you misspell this or put a lowercase e, it will not read it as an editor script, and it will cause you a whole lot of headache and error out, and you're going to be like scratching your head like, what the heck? Seriously, it's all bad. Okay? Anything in this editor folder will not be included in your build. It's just for the editor and for editor coding. So if you make custom inspectors and other stuff like that, or editor windows, it will go in here. Okay? Please do not misspell it. And then, go on the comment section and be like, this is all wrong. Because trust me, it is exactly the way it should be. Exactly. To the T. I promise you. Because it happened to me and I was like, what the heck's going on here? This is stupid. I really was. It was very frustrating. So, back to the code here. In Biggie, because this is an editor script and stuff like that, it must have using Unity Editor. If you do not have this, it will go completely south on you because you don't get access to contents menu or the asset database creator or asset save assets. Okay? Very bad. Don't do it. 2. I don't believe you need this. Actually, yes, you do. Because that's where it comes from ScriptVault. Okay. So you need both of them. No questions asked. Okay. So, menu item. This will run this function right here, and it must be static in the editor when you hit the button on the menu. Now, this first name is exactly what shows up in the editor in Unity. Okay? So, let's say I wanted this not to be asset bundles, but I hate you. I will save, and then it will compile, and it will be in a different thing as soon as it gets done compiling. Because why would it be instantaneous, right? So, we have a menu that says, I hate you. And that's exactly what it says. And we have all that good stuff. Okay, so, back to the code here. Okay, because why would we want a menu that says I hate you? Who knows? So that's the first thing, is where it shows up right there. The next thing that's on here from the slash is can be single like so. You don't have to do another slash. But I did it because it deals with building. Okay, so if it's in the building section, I want it to be in building. Then I named it. This will be the name of the function call right here, and it shows up in the menu. You just do the button thing like you would in any other menu, and it will instantaneously do this function call, which again has to be static. This name does not matter. It can be, hi, sure, we gums. Doesn't matter. As long as this does not have another function called the same name. Okay? Has to be different. Okay? It will not like you if you do other things, because it's like C#. You don't have two functions with the same name. You can have them if they have different overloads, but that's a totally different subject. Okay, so you have this here, and you go job 1, the script that you made, you want to make a scriptable object of it. So with job 1, it's a scriptable object, right? So we go equals scriptable object dot create instance. What this means in a lot of things, when you hear the word instance, what I try to think about is create an instance. What does an instance mean to you? Okay, an instance to me says 1, creates 1. It's like a singleton. Okay, there's only one of this. Okay, so it creates a single asset. Okay, of job 1. So it created something. Okay, well, it hasn't created it. Well, it creates it, but you can't see it yet. That's why you need the asset database. Create asset. You type in asset of the script, the variable that you just made to this, and this string right here is where it ends up dropping. I always put it in assets dot and then the name, then dot asset, which I believe it has to have a dot asset at the end. But don't quote me on it because it probably something. But anyway, this is how I always write mine. It will always be in the main directory. And the other thing about this, let's say you leave it where it is. Well, guess what? I can click this 100 times and it only will have one of my directory, because each time you push this button, if you don't move this to another folder or something, it will overwrite this, okay? Every single time, all right? But even though you've created it, if you don't have this line, it'll be like an instance of the editor at that time, and it won't save it, okay? When you go like out of the Unity editor and then come back, it will be gone, okay? Wiped from memory. It's because you need this function call as well. And that is very, very important. And it's, you know, and you have to keep this order too, because think of it as like your order operation. I before E, except after C, and all that other stuff. So you have to have something, a created instance, then you have to create the asset from that instance, okay? So basically, you've created the variable here, okay? Pulled it down memory, and you're like, oh yeah, sweet. But then you need to create an asset, which is that little cool little symbol thing that, you know, is there. And then, you know, you have to tell the Unity editor, hey, save this trucker, let's go, right? I mean, that's the whole point of it. Now, just because job is a thing, okay, it just cares about this specific script, okay? This is an inherited script, right? So this won't create anything outside of just this. It will just care about this one, okay? It doesn't care about that it's inherited from a child and blah, 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 okay? It just cares about job 1 and then creates the asset and goes, hey, we got you. So, yeah. So let's go into editor and I will display what I was talking to you about the overwriting, okay? Because I think it's important for you to know, and, you know, that's the whole thing. Hey, it could happen, you know, and, you know, why not, right? Anything can happen in life, and it usually does. And it'll be the weirdest junk that you ever heard of, too. So we're going to go up to here to create asset, building, and make sure the window, okay. Building, and it doesn't show up. That's dumb. Okay, it'll show up now. Alright. Create asset, this bundle here and down below, okay, and build type job 1. Okay, so I'm going to click this, okay, and you'll see an asset right here. Okay, it's an asset, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's the whole thing. We created one, we saved one, and all that good stuff. Okay, but I want to create another one. What happened? It's exactly what I told you. It will overwrite it every single time until you move it. Okay, so just to display that this isn't just going and like searching for something, we're going to call this something else. Just job 10. Guess what? It will still do X and make you another file because I changed the name of it. Okay, but if I do job 1, guess what? It rejects it. You cannot move the asset blah 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 to the path that already exists. Yeah, it does funky stuff. It checks and does all kinds of good stuff. So why did I move it to this? Well, it's simple. Okay, go down to the build. Okay, we got job 3 here. Well, I got these prefabs. Well, we need the power plant. Okay, and then we need the cost object. Oh, I don't got a cost object. Okay, well, go down to prefabs. Oh, well, I got a cost object. We'll just go cost object 2. Bam, done. So that button is set up now. Well, that variable is set up. So we need a different button, right? Well, guess what? We're going to do Control D and make us another button, right? So we got job 3. Well, guess what? Slam, job 3. Done. Made yourself another button. Now, how fast did that go? Pretty quick. Maybe I could probably make like 15, 20 buttons in like no time at all. If I already had the icons and stuff, that's filling just a variable. Oh, and guess what? Now that we got this button, know that I copied this one from here. It already put it in the right asset bundle for me. See this? Our asset bundle down here, it's already filling in for us. Okay, if I Control D this, duplicate it, well, guess what? It's already in there. So we can go up here to asset bundles, and I'm on a 32-bit operating system. Yeah, I know it sucks, but that's what I'm on because I'm a school student, and most of the time I'm at school recording this stuff. So we're going to build asset bundle, and there we go, done. So now the asset bundle will have all these buttons in the bundle, and it'll do all the referencing and yada yada yada. So that's the new asset bundling little method that we've got for building. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it's exactly perfect. Okay, you might not like using the scriptable objects like that, or go for something a little bit more procedural. But in honesty, to do that task completely procedural, you'll hard code the crap out of your game and put a whole bunch of member variables and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. And I'm not going to lie, it may run pretty good. I had a version of it that was completely procedural. I mean, completely. All I had to do was put one prefab in there, and that was it. It replaced icons and all that stuff. But then I went to record the video for it. Oh my god, it was long as heck. So, yeah. Totally not going that route because it's just no. And then you got to track what buttons you have, what keys you have already used, and no. way too complicated for our job. Way too complicated. So, and like I said, this one is not complicated. It's very simple. Which I hope I just didn't break my game. Make build. What was that for? Int. Oh, yes, that's right. Do I have enough time? Oh, it's on 30 minutes. Yeah, I'll have to go through that. But the next video will be over in my cost object here. This is a sneak peek. We have these arrays. This is what it costs to build this component. The original component. The one that it uses. It will cost us 2 steel and 3 wires. Where this object will make it where it's free. Cool, huh? So, that's what the next video is going to be over. We are going to require materials in order to be able to build our tanks and stuff. And this will be an instance of it. A little preview of it. Okay? Here, and this is towers, right? Boom. Guess what? That clicking isn't what you think. It's the actual mouse. I cannot build it because I have 1 steel, 2 power, 1 copper, 7 wires, and 1 stone. So if I go up here to buy, and I believe it's this one will give me steel, yes, I will be able to go over here to build another tower. Oh, and I can only build 1 tower again. So yeah, that's what the next video is going to be on. And it's not going to be too complicated. It might be 15-20 minutes or so. You know, which if you're wanting to do lots and lots of stuff that requires materials, you're going to want this video. Trust me. It took me a couple hours to figure out how I wanted to do it, and it works beautiful. So thanks for watching, guys, and appreciate your time, and hopefully you liked this video. If you did, if you don't, and you know, sorry. Hope you learned something, but if not, you know, keep looking, keep going, you'll be fine. This is Wardon, over and out.